Hey everyone, today I thought it'd be fun to do something interesting. I'm gonna go through my old drawings and just kind of look back at them and chat with you guys about them. I thought this would be a fun, chill thing to do, and I just thought it'd be interesting to go through them and just talk about where I was at the time, what I was going for within the drawings, what I was inspired by, that sort of thing, and just kind of see the evolution of my style and my skills. I just thought this would be a fun little thing to do. So, as you can see, the furthest back I've gone is 2018. Why 2018? Because that is the furthest back I found drawings without a year being missed. So yeah, we are going from 2018 to 2024, which is this year. So yeah, without further ado, let's go into the 2018 folder. Not much from 2018. There are, okay, this isn't going to be every drawing from 2018 onwards, for a few reasons. One being they might just be deleted. I definitely remember a lot of drawings which I haven't compiled into this archive, which have been deleted, unfortunately. Secondly, maybe some drawings are a bit too spicy for YouTube, so I didn't include those. And another reason, sometimes, with some drawings, they might just be a bit repetitive, like I might have just been going for the same thing for a few drawings for a while, so I might have missed out those just to, not make it too boring. But for the most part, this is gonna be every drawing that I could find, and can talk about on YouTube without it getting repetitive and boring. But anyway, enough of the rambling. Let's start with 2018. And it's Ooh La La from Space Channel 5. I cringe looking back at this drawing. I don't like this drawing. There's a lot that I see wrong with it. Like how pointy this arm is, but how thin this leg is. Just the way I drew her face just looks so strange. Yeah, I don't like looking at this drawing. But the thing about this video is it is embarrassing to include bad drawings of yours, but that's the interesting part of it, isn't it? So I had to include bad drawings. I can't lie about that. But yeah, not a fan of this drawing, but at the same time, when I do look at this drawing, I can see me learning things. Like I can see things that I'm inspired by. I feel like I might have been inspired by Bruce Timm at the time of this drawing, with like the kind of way I'm drawing the arms and especially the hands. The face I just kind of improvised. Like there's a lot going on in this drawing which is a bit all over the place, but I can definitely see the Bruce Timm inspiration with like the proportions and like especially like the way I've drawn like the body, like the kind of swiftness of the lines, is very much referencing Bruce Timm in my mind. Yeah, very, very messy, weird drawing. But anyway, let's move on to the next one. So this one is Anakin from Phantom Menace. So this drawing was from when I was doing Inktober. Spoilers, I only did it for like a week and then gave up because I had to go to work every day and then come home from work and then pump out a drawing every day, and it just got very tiring. So I gave up after a week, but this is one of the ones I did. If you don't know, Phantom Menace is actually one of my favorite films. Yeah, I drew Anakin. I mean, it's a cute drawing. It's not really the style of my drawings now. I feel like I was kind of inspired by like Disney concept art, maybe, when doing this drawing. I do kind of like how I did the hair, like the shape of the hair, how it's very like rounded and poofy is quite cute. Overall as a drawing it is quite cute. But it's not really how I draw now. But it is nice. Yeah, not a bad drawing. Okay, so here, this is another Inktober drawing. It's Asuka from Tekken. Very strange drawing, particularly the face. I don't really know what I was thinking with the face. Little backstory for me. Actually, should I go into the backstory? It's long. Long story short, I had a phase where I was discouraged from drawing in an anime style, which is one of my biggest inspirations is a lot of anime, right? So that is very naturally weaved into the way that I draw. And it was very much pushed out of me in like uni and stuff. So for a very long time I tried to avoid drawing an anime style. I would purposely second guess my approaches to drawing and go for something that I wouldn't usually go for. And it made my drawing style for a while feel like I'm pretending to be someone else. And this is kind of in that phase. Like 2018 is kind of in that phase of my art journey. So yeah, the face is very strange. I was going for like, I don't know, I think I was just going for something outside of what I usually would go for. But it ended up being a very odd looking face. Something I still find difficult to this day is like drawing a lot of complicated outfits, like belts and zips and buckles and clothing folds and like, I don't know, bandages, just all this stuff. When like all this kind of stuff is on a character, I find it very hard to make it look appealing, so it can come off as a bit messy when I draw characters with lots of things going on in their outfits. But yeah, this is a weird drawing. I'm not a fan of this drawing, honestly. Yeah, let's move on to the next drawing. I think that was it for 2018. I couldn't find too much from then. There were other Inktober drawings that I was doing, but those are ones that I didn't include because it's just either not much to say about or just a bit repetitive. So now we're on to 2019, so let's see what the first drawing is. Aha! So before I talk about this drawing, the drawings in the folders aren't in any order. They are organized in the right year, but they're not in order of when I drew them within that year, so it's going to be kind of all over the place. But coincidentally, this drawing is from the start of 2019, because I remember when I posted this at the time, I captioned it with Let's start the year with a sex bang, because for those of you who don't know, this is Danny Sexbang from the band Ninja Sex Party. Yeah, I mean, looking back at this, it's not a bad drawing. I actually really like this hand still, this further away hand. I remember doing this drawing quite quickly. There wasn't much struggle with this drawing. It ended up being not bad. I remember now I was definitely in a phase of being obsessed with perspective, like playing with perspective, which is, as you can see, I made his hand giant. The expression's pretty fun. I feel like I captured his face quite well. I love like black harsh shadows in art. I feel like how it's used in this drawing is like okay. It's not you know, amazingly well used. It is. I do find it very difficult, and I feel like I have kind of steered away from using just completely black shadows for the majority of the shading. But it would be cool to try it again. Like I said, I do really love things that use black shadows, like Persona 5 does it really, really well. Yeah, you know, pretty nice drawing. And a fun pose, and yeah, nice expression. The wrinkling of the nose is actually like pretty nice. I feel like I did that quite nicely. But yeah, okay, next drawing. Okay, so this drawing, I can definitely see, similarly to the Ooh La La drawing from 2018, the Space Channel 5 one. There is some Bruce Timm kind of inspiration going on here too, with the lines and the shapes, you know, like the pointy elbow and kind of swooshy lines. Yeah, this is like an okay drawing. I am a really big fan of this show, Rilakkuma and Kaoru. It's a Japanese stop motion series, and it's beautiful. Oh man, I could go on forever about why I love that show, but I did some fan art of it, and I mean, it's an okay drawing. The expression on Kaoru is cute. As a drawing overall, it's not very exciting, but I do like her expression. It's quite cute. I remember struggling on colors on this drawing for ages. It's coming back to me, like just trial and error on just different colors for so long on this, and in the end I wasn't happy with the end result of this drawing. Yeah, what I wanted the outcome for this drawing to be wasn't the outcome that I got, unfortunately. But I mean, whatever, you know, that's a part of learning. Yeah, I guess there isn't much to say more about this one. Okay, so Breath of the Wild Link. It's an interesting drawing. I'm definitely like still in that phase of like not wanting to be too anime. I can kind of tell that with like the way I've drawn the eyes and the nose. Even though they're, you know, it does look anime-esque, I'm trying to not fully embrace it as much as I naturally would. But there's there's some interesting stuff with this drawing. I quite like the colors that I've gone for. I think it's quite a nice palette. It's very green, kind of like the game, you know, a lot of like refraction. I don't know the words. I don't know light words, but a lot of green going on because there's a lot of greenery around Link in the game, obviously. I mean, it's a pretty nice expression, I guess. Not really happy with the hands. I feel like the hands don't match the style of the rest of the drawing. Like this kind of like curved single joint kind of style I went with the hands. Not that they're not nice hands on their own, they're alright, but I feel like it doesn't match the rest of the drawing. Oh, I can see, I remember going through a phase of like shading with like jagged lines. I remember this. I guess it's not consistent across the whole drawing, but yeah, I was definitely like obsessed with this for a while, like going for like straight edge lines in shading. I don't really know where I got that from, but yeah, I was quite into that for a while. But yeah, I mean, an okay drawing, nice colors. Okay, so this is an interesting drawing. So this is Gum from Jet Set Radio, specifically Jet Set Radio Future. This drawing is actually pretty cool. There is like quite a lot that I like about this drawing. I really like the face, like the like eyes and the shadow and like that kind of pouty lips and like the hair swooshing. Oh, and also like the straps on the helmet like swooshing in the same direction. Like the face is actually like pretty cool. I still like the face, and the pose is actually pretty cool as well. I think some things that I don't like is this like close-up shoe. It's very simple, like there's not much detail, and I feel like for something so close up, it should have more detail than it does. Also this like transparent spray, I don't know if that looks very good. I feel like I would just go for a completely opaque color if I was doing this now. Also, it would have been nice to do something a bit more interesting with the background, not just it being a single color, maybe like some sort of jaggedy pattern going on, I don't know. Also this elbow is a bit weird. But overall, this is actually a pretty cool drawing. I like the black shading. I think I've done the black shadows quite nicely here. Yeah, not bad. Not a bad drawing. Oh, Sonic the Hedgehog. I don't know if there's much to say about this drawing. You can definitely still see, like with the Gum drawing as well and this drawing, still very into like playing with perspective. I was definitely on a perspective-y kind of phase for a while. Yeah, I don't know what to say about this one. I mean, it's Sonic. I think with this one I was playing around with a new brush. Like, I feel like I had just seen this brush and I was like, oh, this looks nice, let's see how it looks in a drawing. Yeah, not much to say about that one really. Let's see what's next. Oh, okay, this drawing is a very interesting one. So this drawing is not an existing character. This actually has an interesting history and also future to it. I'm going to take a sip of water before I get into this one. Okay, so this character was actually inspired by someone that I saw on the train on, I think, a journey home from work. There was someone with this kind of jacket and maybe even had like a similar haircut, and I was just like, oh, they look so cool. And I think I quickly like sketched them in a sketchbook for me to reference when I get home to make into a digital drawing, because I was just like, oh, that looks so cool. That's like a great character design. And that eventually became this drawing. They weren't wearing exactly this outfit. I think it was mainly the jacket that they were wearing and the haircut. But it developed into what this drawing is. I mean, yeah, it's not a bad drawing. You can definitely see the Bruce Timm lips, but the proportions aren't Bruce Timm inspired, but you can definitely see like that is a Bruce Timm pair of lips right there. And definitely still into perspective with the close-up fist and the giant shoe. So yeah, that's the origin of this drawing, and why this has an interesting future to it as well. We will get to, but what I'll say is I became very attached to this design, is what I'll say. And we will get back to it later. But as for the drawing, it's pretty cool. I think it's like the colors are alright. I think maybe I would draw like the fur on the jacket a bit differently if I were to do it now. I mean, yeah, it's a pretty cool style. Definitely different to how I would draw it now. I mean, I'll probably be saying that about a lot of drawings, but I don't dislike it. It's, you know, it's an alright drawing. But yeah, we'll get back to what makes this drawing more interesting later on. So, next drawing. Aha! So, this is not the first drawing I did on it, but I guess one of the first, probably, drawings that I did when I got myself an iPad. So all the drawings before this have been on, like, done on my PC, and sometime during this year I got myself an iPad, and I still to this day draw on my iPad. Like, all of the rest of the drawings in this video, I'm pretty certain are all from my iPad, because getting one just encouraged me to draw so much. Like, the fact that I don't have to like sit at a desk and draw, I can just sit on my bed, get out the tablet and make like a finished you know, colored in digital art piece, is really convenient and cool, you know. So the amount that I drew like shot up like crazy after this. But onto this drawing. If you haven't already guessed, it's Aqua from Kingdom Hearts. I still like this drawing. I think I quite like the weird perspective going on here, like sort of like her curved body and like the way the legs are getting closer to you is quite interesting. I like the colors that I chose. It's very like moody. I like this hand, this hand holding her weapon. Does she have is it a keyblade? I don't even know. I'm not gonna attempt to dump Kingdom Hearts lore on here. Whatever. Her weapon. The hand holding a weapon is nice. The hand closer to us is less nice, but not bad. I really like her expression. It's very like thoughtful and sad. yeah, I actually really like the style of this drawing still. I think it's very, very appealing to me still. Yeah, I'm not sure what else to say about this one. Oh, actually, you know what? I really like the way that I've added a bit of dimension to the weapon. That's quite nice as well. That looks pretty cool. I also like how there's no shading going on. The drawing like is standing on its own 2 feet, you know, without any shading or anything, which is pretty cool. But yeah, still happy with that drawing. Oh, I think that's it for 2019. Is it? Let's see. Yeah, it is. Okay. On to 2020. Take a sip of water before I begin. Okay, what is this first drawing going to be? It is Marceline. Fun fact, I've never watched Adventure Time. I think I've watched like 2 episodes maybe, that I just happened to catch on TV, but I haven't properly watched the whole thing, or, you know, haven't watched more than that. I definitely want to, I just haven't. One day. So, again, this definitely isn't the first drawing I did in 2020. This is all kind of a mess, but whatever. Why did I do this drawing? It is... Oh, it was one of those... If you guys have ever seen those trends, if you're on like artist Twitter, there was that trend of like, suggest 6 characters for me to draw, and this was one of the suggestions I got. Oh, fun fact about this drawing, I did a Marceline drawing and I uploaded it as my response to whoever requested the drawing. And I just hated it, so I deleted it and I redid the drawing, and this is the new drawing. The previous drawing was just, I just didn't like it. Oh, I posted it and I was like, oh no, I hate this, I'm gonna take it down and do it again. So yeah, this is the drawing I replaced it with, and it's nice. I don't think I have any issues with it. It's a really cute drawing. I think I wouldn't... The only thing I'd change is the brush I used to color it in. Like this, I used this weird like splodgy gouache brush, I think, to color it, and I think it's a bit unnecessary. I think I would just color it with like plain flat colors if I were to change anything. And maybe I'd change the pen too, but there's something quite nice about it. I think overall it's a very cute drawing. So yeah, no issues really, just little nitpicks. I think it's a really cute, appealing, nice drawing. This is another drawing from that trend of recommending 6 characters for you to draw. It is Bayonetta, specifically Bayonetta 2 Bayonetta. Kind of not a drawing that I'm super proud of, but it's not awful. I mean, Bayonetta has a lot going on. Complicated earrings, complicated pattern on her outfit. There's a lot to get right when drawing Bayonetta. I don't think I have much to say on this other than it was an attempt, I probably could do better now, but I mean, it's not awful. It's just okay. So this is a sketch of Matilda and Kiki from Kiki's Delivery Service. Not much to say really, other than they are both cute, magic little girls, and I thought it'd be fun if they met. So I did a sketch of it. It's pretty cute. Very like kind of like a midway point between like anime and a Western cartoon kind of style going on. Yeah, Matilda's lifting up Kiki's broom. Maybe Kiki lost her powers during this part when they met, who knows. But yeah, just cute little sketch of them. This is God, I forgot her name. I'm not gonna try and remember, but the tournament arc announcer from Yu Yu Hakusho. I remember at this point I was binging it. This character is really cute. I remember I felt really bad for her, spoilers, when she gets replaced by a different announcer. She like loses her job, which is kind of sad. But this announcer was so fun that I just had to do some fan art, and it's a fun pose. I think there's definitely issues I see, like kind of with the placement of features on her face, and I guess it's not that bad actually. It's actually a pretty cute drawing the more I'm looking at it. I think maybe I'd make her eyes a bit different. I really like the shape of her mouth actually, it's quite fun and dynamic. I don't know, it's nice. I think the arms are a little strange, like the way I've drawn the arms are very different to the style that I've drawn the legs. It's very like inconsistent in style, but it's a fun pose, it's dynamic, it's cute, and the colors are okay, but yeah, not bad. Okay, these are the DD twins, is that what they're called? I remember I was in a big Batman phase at this point. I was watching a lot of the Batman animated series, I watched a bit of Batman Beyond. These characters I think debuted in the Batman Beyond movie. I can't remember what the movie's called, but they appeared on screen and I was like, damn, they're cute. So had to draw them. With this one I couldn't not lean into the Bruce Timm inspiration, because I mean the art style of that film is, the whole Batman animated universe has so much Bruce Timm influence that, I mean, you can't really escape it when drawing the characters. Well, I mean, I couldn't escape it when drawing the characters. I was in a Bruce Timm inspired phase for quite a while now that I'm looking back on it. He inspired me a lot. I don't think I'd say he's like a current inspiration, but at the time he was a very big inspiration. I mean, this is an okay drawing. I think like proportionally it's a bit weird. I don't think I like how the arm is showing here, it looks a bit strange. And the hands are a bit big, I think. But the expressions are for both of them are fun. I think proportionally it's a bit odd, but I like the faces, especially this one. But yeah, Sonic. Just a quick sketch of Sonic playing guitar, and this is Toot Toot in the background because of the song You Can Do Anything from Sonic CD, where in the chorus it goes Toot Toot Sonic Warrior. Yeah, pretty cool drawing. His spikes are a bit short, I think, for my liking, but still pretty cool. Just a quick sketch of Sonic, and yeah, it's pretty nice. it's Crash and Coco. I did this drawing in anticipation of, I think, Crash 4 when that was announced. Yeah, I was very excited for that game at the time. Now that I have played the game, I think it's an okay game. I'm kind of mixed on it. But at the time, very excited for it. I think it's definitely like a beautiful game. Like, the animation is really nice, the way the colors, like the character models, everything looks really, really great. I was very happy with the look of that game. Yeah, just a cute drawing of Crash and Coco. Not bad. Yeah, it's still pretty cute. Yeah, I like it. Okay, so this drawing is a what if Blaze the cat from Sonic the Hedgehog was human drawing. Pretty cool drawing. There's actually like quite a bit I like about this still. Not a big fan of the face. I think that's just not the style I draw in anymore. I'll definitely go for something different when it comes to the way I've drawn the face, but I really like the way I've drawn like the fluffy parts on like both her wrists and ankles. Like, that actually looks really cool. I like the way, like, the shape of that I've done. I like this kind of thing that I did, like this sort of like rough, these like sort of rough edges on the shadows, on the shading, sorry. That's a nice effect. It gives it like a sense of blending without blending, which is pretty cool. I still think like this design is pretty cool. Like, it'd be fun to do like a redraw of this in my current style. Yeah, it's like, I like her attitude. I like this splotchy square behind it, behind the drawing. That's quite cool. Yeah, a very interesting drawing. Okay, so this drawing is an interesting one to talk about. It's obviously Azula from Avatar: The Last Airbender. I did not grow up with Avatar: The Last Airbender. I think it came out at a time where I was like, I don't want to watch cartoons anymore. That's for kids. So I kind of missed out on it. But during this year, what's the year? 2020, was it? Yeah. I binged the whole thing, and I mean, surprise, surprise, it's great. Probably one of the most perfect TV shows I've ever seen. And my favorite character maybe is Azula. If not, then Zuko. But I mean, I don't know. Azula is more fun. But Zuko is, I think, written better. I think that's the difference. So yeah, I had to do some fan art, and yeah, this one's pretty interesting because I wasn't really inspired by anything particular here. I was just sort of like going with how I felt with this drawing. I was just kind of doing what felt right. And if you haven't noticed, it's a screen cap redraw. This pose that she's doing is the same pose from one of the shots in the show. I mean, there's still stuff I like about this, but there is stuff I dislike as well. Like I like the expression, and I really like the lighting, the way I've done the lighting on her hair. That's actually really nice. I like this sort of like rough, sketchy, scratchy style that I've gone for it. I think maybe I would make the lines maybe a little thinner and maybe add some more variation in the line thickness if I were to do it now, but the style I've gone for is quite interesting. I think this arm really puts me off of this drawing. It's just a very strange shape, and also weirdly the perspective is very odd on this arm. But it's got a cool energy overall. I like this kind of like splotchy backgroundy thing that I did for it. The colors are quite nice. It's very hot and fiery. Yeah, it's not bad. And also, when I posted this drawing onto Twitter, and it did like pretty well. Like, I think better than anything that I had posted before this on Twitter. It got quite a bit of attention, which was nice. So yeah, pretty cool drawing. Not without issues, but yeah, pretty cool. Not much to say about this drawing other than it's Ino from Naruto. This was just a quick drawing I did. I don't know, not much to say about it. I had a crush on Ino as a teenager, and I felt like drawing her. That's it, really. Next drawing. This one's actually kind of interesting in that it's similar to the Azula drawing. I think I used the same brush. So yeah, for this one I was also going for that kind of like scratchy, rough style, which actually looks pretty cool. I actually kind of still like this drawing. I think the gun could be drawn a bit better, and like the positioning of her hand could be better. I think it could be a bit more dynamic. Maybe like if she were to twist her wrist a bit more to hold the gun more upright, that would be better. But it's pretty cool. I like the kind of blending I've done with the paint. One thing to note about me, when it comes to like painting or like clothing folds, those are both things where I am just completely winging it. And for this drawing, I just completely winged it. I was like, let's put some shading here, some shading there. If it is correct, I don't know. Let's put some wrinkles on the clothes here and there. Is it correct? I don't know. But I mean, overall, it looks kind of cool. I like the pose. I like these sort of like little black things going on in the background. It gives it a bit of atmosphere. The expression is cool. I like the face. The hair, I think, maybe looks a bit simplistic. But it doesn't look awful. But I like the expression on the face. I think I drew the lips very nicely. Yeah, Faye from Cowboy Bebop. My favorite character from Cowboy Bebop as well. But yeah. Hey, it's Yoko from Gurren Lagann. Not much to say about this. Pretty simple, quick drawing. Cute, happy face. Yeah. It's nice and cute. Okay, so this drawing was this drawing was for a draw this in your style challenge. God, what is their name? I'm gonna look this up now. I should have wrote this down in advance. The person who did the challenge. Oh god, okay, hold on. Bear with me. Let's look up their name. Oh no. What's their name? Their name is... I can't find their name. I'll put it on the screen afterwards. Anyway, this person with their name on the screen hosted a Draw This in Your Style challenge. This was my first time doing one of these. I just really loved their design, and I was like, oh, that looks like a fun character to draw, let's do it. I feel like this is quite a cool point in my art journey, because with this one I really wasn't like referencing anything. I was just kind of drawing in whatever style I felt would fit this challenge. Like, I guess when you're drawing a character, you want to reference the character and like capture the style of a character if you're like doing fan art or something. I guess in a way this is it is fan art in a way, but I think so, just psychologically, because it wasn't an existing character from like, you know, like a show or a film or something, I felt like I could give myself the freedom to not stick to the style of the thing that I'm drawing, if that makes sense. I felt like I had the freedom to just do what I wanted, and it ended up being a pretty cool drawing. I like the colors, the way, like how luminescent it feels. I like the kind of edgy, jaggedy style that I've went with the lines, and it's a cool pose. Yeah, this was quite like an interesting one, because it's just me drawing in the way that just naturally came to me for this drawing, yeah, it ended up being kind of cool. The way I did like the ponytails are quite fun. Like the shape of it is pretty cool, and the skirt could be a bit better, but overall it's pretty nice. Even like this sort of what do you call this, like, I don't know, feather thingy. The shape of that is quite nice. Like, yeah, the way I've like adapted a lot of the things into my own style are pretty cool. I actually really like this hand, like the way it's holding the phone, like the way like the fingers are like pressing down on the back of the phone. Like it really feels like her fingers are leaning against the back of the phone. It's really satisfying to look at. But yeah, pretty cool drawing. Actually, one of my friends at the time, not friends at the time, sorry, I worded that badly. At the time, when I did this drawing, one of my friends said to me that this is their favorite drawing of mine that I had done, which was a really nice compliment. So yeah, that felt good. Next drawing, Rosalina. I mean, not much to say about this drawing really. I was playing Mario Galaxy at the time when the Mario 3D All-Stars pack came out. Is that what it's called? Mario 3... I don't know. Mario 3D Stars, Mario 3D All-Stars. whatever. When that collection came out, that was my first time playing Mario Galaxy, and this was just a pretty quick drawing I did of Rosalina. Again, not really referencing her much, just kind of like taking her design and adapting her into my own take on her design, I guess. I think it's an okay drawing. I think maybe I could have done a bit more to make the lighting a bit more interesting. Like, what at the moment it's just like kind of one layer of lighting. I think I could have definitely made it a bit more dynamic and interesting. But I mean, it's fine. Fine, simple drawing. Some fun sketches of Sonic. Still nice, like fun poses, nice colors, very appealing. These were all quite quick, so I was quite happy with this. There wasn't much struggling with this drawing. It was just kind of like doing some quick drawings of Sonic, and I was pretty much happy with them all. So yeah, that's nice. I especially like this one on the side here. I think he has a really cute, appealing face. This is a sketch of Nico Robin. Fun fact, my favorite. No. Scratch that, that's not true. Just one of my favorite characters of all time. I was about to say she was my favorite One Piece character, which is not true. My favorite One Piece character is Luffy, but Robin is my second favorite. Nevertheless, Robin is one of my favorite characters ever out of anything. She is one of my favorite characters, and pretty much just a simple sketch of her, really. I mean, I have drawn her a lot, which you'll see coming up, and this is quite a different style to how I would draw her now, but it's quite interesting. Like, the blocky kind of shapes going on in this drawing are quite cool. I like this hand, and this foot is quite nicely drawn. The face is a little odd, but interesting drawing. Yeah, like a weird but satisfying blocky kind of style. Yeah, I can definitely tell that at this point, like with this Robin drawing and the previous this drawing, I'm playing around a lot with like the layer modes. Like, at this point, I don't know what any of them do. You know, like multiply and I don't know. I'm forgetting a lot of them. There's like soft light, hard light, like, you know, these layer types. I know a bit more about it now. Not a lot, but more than at this point. At this point, I knew nothing about what any of them meant, and I can definitely see that I'm playing around with a lot of what those layer types are doing without knowing what they're doing. But yeah. This is a study of one of Chun-Li's poses in Street Fighter 3 Third Strike. This is one of her moves, and I was referencing it for this drawing. Pretty happy with it. It's pretty cool. I like the energy a lot. Like how her clothes are like whooshing up in the air, along with like the ribbons in her hair and her hair itself. The way I've drawn this arm is like really cool and dynamic. that's a nice line of action as well, like the way this arm leads into this arm. I'm sure I did like a line of action there before sketching that out. But yeah, this is a pretty cool drawing. I remember this drawing doing pretty well as well when I posted this, so that was quite nice. It was a pretty quick drawing as well, so I was quite surprised that it did really well when I posted it. But yeah, cool drawing. Aha, so this I remember was very early into when I was playing Persona 5 for the very first time. If you know me, you know I love Persona 5, and this I'm pretty sure was like very early on when I first started playing it. These are some studies of Takumi, the doctor in Persona 5. I was really loving just the style of that game while playing it, and I mean, they're not very accurate, but I was definitely referencing her like the illustrations in the game for these sketches, trying to capture that sort of style. I definitely didn't capture it perfectly, but I remember referencing it a lot for these sketches, and just kind of exploring that style, you know. I remember like this one is specifically referencing one of her like dialogue illustrations. Yeah. So this is there's a lot to talk about with this drawing. As you may have noticed, a very big departure from a lot of the previous drawings that you've seen so far. So at this point, I remember, I mean, I still do like it, but I remember at this point I was really into like this sort of lineless, shapy style, similar to Samurai Jack, and a lot of like Disney art book, you know, kind of concept art kind of sorry, style, using this kind of lineless look for the drawings. I really enjoyed that style. Oh, something else as well, like another thing that I was really into at the time was well, not another thing I was into, but another example of this kind of style is if you have watched the film The Princess and the Frog by Disney, there is the song sequence Almost There. If you watch that sequence, that just completely changes style and becomes like this lineless, shapy style, and it's really beautiful. But yeah, I was very inspired by this kind of style at the time, and I had never drawn in this kind of style before. So I thought, let's try it out. You know, I really like looking at this sort of stuff. Let's try drawing something like this. So this was my first attempt at drawing something in that sort of style. As a finished drawing, I was very happy with this drawing, and I still am. There are things that I would change now, but overall I'm still very happy with this drawing. With this one, it's one of the rare instances where I felt like what I was going for, I had achieved by the end of the drawing. Like, what I set out to do, I did, which is great. In terms of the process of this drawing, I hated it. Like, I love this kind of style when I see it, but doing this kind of style is not for me. I really didn't enjoy this approach to drawing, this kind of like shapy, layery kind of process. I much prefer line drawing. I'm really glad I did it and, you know, went all the way. I didn't give up halfway. I completed the drawing. But I learned that this style of drawing is not for me. But I'm happy with the outcome. It looks very, very nice still. And it made for a nice print too. I made this drawing into prints, and it looks very nice. So yeah, happy with the outcome. Hated the process. Never again. Another Chun-Li, but more leaning back into my style, at the time anyway. This is Chun-Li from Street Fighter Alpha, the Street Fighter Alpha series, in that outfit of hers. I still quite like this drawing. I used this blotchy brush for the colors a lot during this time, and I'm not a big fan of it anymore. If I were to go back and change one thing, it would be that, about this drawing. But overall, as a drawing, it's still pretty cool. I actually really like the way I do the face, and like the way it's kind of tucked behind the shoulder. It makes it quite dynamic. I like the hands. Yeah, overall it's a pretty cool drawing. I like the kind of sharp lines I've gone for. I think these ribbons could look a bit more appealing. And maybe like the way I've drawn her buns could look a bit more appealing, but overall it's still quite nice. I think the energy that I've captured is pretty nice, and the pose is cool. Yeah, I still quite like it. What's next? Oh, is that the end? I think that might be the last one of 2020. Alright. On to 2021. So, fun fact. Turns out improv talking for an hour straight gets very tiring. So, today is a new day. But, anyway. 2021. What is this first drawing? Misty. So this drawing, I remember, was a very quick sketch. I actually remember I did this one in the morning. Like, I woke up, was in the mood to draw for some reason, and just got out my tablet and just did this doodle. I remember being very happy with it because it was very quick and turned out quite appealing looking. I felt like it captured the kind of style that I want to go for, kind of still to this day, but and it didn't take much trial and error, or, you know, didn't take much work. So I was quite happy with where I ended up with this sketch, with it being such a quick sketch as well. So yeah, I was quite happy with that at the time. It's still nice. I think the face is cute. The colors are pretty nice as well. I think there are some things that if I were to do it now, I would kind of change the approach on, just to make it look a bit more like cool or stylish. But yeah, like for a quick sketch, it's like, you know, not bad at all. Sonic. Another Sonic. I mean, as a drawing, it's like pretty cool. Something that I don't like is the way I've kind of made the dimensions of his shoe look here look different to how they look here. Like, this reads as very flat, whereas this shoe reads as very like cylindrical, or like volumetric. But everything else is pretty cool. like the lines that I've made for the shading. That gives it a nice style. The thing about Sonic that I find very difficult is I drew Sonic. I have drawn Sonic ever since I was like very young. So I feel like I have it kind of ingrained into me to want to draw him on model. Like, this is pretty on model to like modern Sonic's design. I have the urge to draw it on model, but I ideally would want to draw Sonic in a way that reflects my personal style, if that makes sense. But whenever I draw him, I always end up leaning into making him look very on model, and I kind of wish that my own style came through outside of him looking on model. But I mean, as a drawing, it's pretty cool. I think the colors are nice, but I do kind of wish that I found him easier to kind of take his design and adapt into my own style. I find that quite hard. But okay, next drawing. Tifa is a pretty cute drawing. I feel like this was pretty like smooth drawing as well. Like, there wasn't much I was struggling with. It was a drawing that came quite easily to me, which is surprising because I find Final Fantasy characters very hard to draw, with all their little belts and buckles and stuff. I talked about that before in the Asuka drawing earlier, when characters have a lot of like stuff going on in their clothing. Like, we got like laces, we got this elbow shield thing, we got gloves, we got bandages, we got belts, all this sort of stuff going on, like straps. I feel like I find it hard to make it look appealing, but this drawing's not bad. I actually think this drawing's pretty cool. I really like the expression, like her determined kind of look, and I think proportionally it's quite nice. I drew her quite chunky, which is cute. Yeah, this is not a bad drawing. I still quite like this drawing. I think maybe the only thing is this hand here looks a bit like it's floating rather than leaning on her waist. But apart from that, it's pretty nice. I think maybe the colors, like, I would adjust a bit. But I still like this drawing. It's still very cute and nice. Yeah. So, yeah, I like it. Chucky from Rugrats. I remember doing this drawing when I was in a big Rugrats phase. I remember watching Rugrats a lot at this time. And Chucky is my favorite character. He always has been since I was a kid. He's my favorite design as well. He's such a great design. Like, he's so appealing. Like, the giant square glasses and the frizzy hair. It's a great design. Yeah, this was really fun to draw. I really like this drawing still. I think this is a good example where I feel like the style of I've taken the style of Rugrats and adapted it into my own style quite nicely. And it's very like loose and, not really worrying about being clean. I suppose because it is Rugrats, you can kind of pull that off quite easily with it being kind of a more like wibbly wobbly style in the actual show. But yeah, I'm still happy with how this looks. I think this is these are really nice drawings. Yeah, these came out really well. I still like these. So this is Link and Zelda from Wind Waker. I remember doing this drawing and remember it being quite a forced drawing. I remember doing this drawing for, I think it was like a Zelda anniversary, and it was trending on Twitter, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna do a drawing just because it's trending and it'll get some attention. That was literally the only reason I did this drawing. I wasn't necessarily, passionate about producing a Zelda drawing in that moment. It was purely just because it was trending. So kind of a forced drawing, and yeah, I don't look back at this drawing and enjoy it too much. I think it's just kind of fine. I'm kind of indifferent towards it. But yeah, not much to say about that other than the motivation wasn't for fun. It was for, oh, it's trending, let's get in on the trend. Cute. So Dora the Explorer, we got Dora, Boots, and Swiper. I feel like no, I don't think this was when the live action movie came out. I think I just for some reason was revisiting Dora. I grew up with Dora. I watched it as a kid and I loved it. I mean, all the designs in Dora are really appealing, and I guess I just felt like drawing them. Yeah, it's a pretty cute drawing. I feel like when I look back at this drawing, I wish I've like varied the heights of their jumps, because they're all like the same height. It looks a bit unnatural, you know, like maybe like Boots should be a bit lower, or Boots higher and the other two lower. But I mean, as individual drawings, I think they're all pretty nice. But together, I kind of wish I placed them on different heights. An easy fix, but I was too lazy to do it. But yeah, cute drawing. Okay, well this drawing's a bit on the spicier side. I mean, or is it? I mean, that's just her design. So this is Batilla from Rayman Origins specifically. I mean, the motivation for this drawing is just, she's hot, and I was like, I'm gonna draw her. And yeah, it's a pretty nice drawing. I like the kind of style I went for. Kind of like using a lot of straight lines, but I guess not entirely. Like with the hair, I went with a lot of straight lines. But the body, I went quite curved. But I quite like how I did the legs, like just basically like triangles. Yeah, it's a cute expression. I remember there was one thing that I was annoyed about with this drawing. Such a tiny thing, but she's producing magic hair, and I added shading to her hand, which doesn't make sense at all because it's, you know, it would be light, so there would be lighting going on here. And I remember thinking, God damn it, I fucked up. But whatever, no big deal. Still a cute drawing. Yeah, cute expression. Again, this was a pretty quick drawing, and I was happy with how it turned out considering the speed of it. So yeah, it's nice. I'd like to draw her again. This was the only time I've ever drawn her, and I haven't drawn her since, so it'd be fun to redraw her because she is cute. Lola. I remember why I did this drawing. This was during the whole outrage of her design being changed for Space Jam 2. I'm just gonna take a quick sip of my drink. Green tea, yummy. But yeah, this drawing was when that whole outrage was going on about Lola's design being changed, and everyone being like, "Well, look what you've done to her! Look how gorgeous and oh my god, she was so hot in Space Jam 1." I mean, the motivation was literally just, oh, Lola is on the mind, let's draw Lola. I think the face is nice. I think I did the expression quite cute. I think the way the ribbon is sitting in her hand is a bit boring. Maybe I could have made that a bit more interesting. Her legs I've made very long. I don't know if they're too long. I feel like they are. Like if you imagined them extending to where her feet would touch the ground, they'd look very, very long. So maybe they do look like they're a bit too long. But I mean, if we just cut that out, like it's pretty nice still. I like this drawing. Maybe her arm length is a bit weird. But I mean, yeah, some mistakes that kind of stand out here and there, but it's still pretty appealing. It's not a bad drawing, but some like proportions do look a bit awkward. Not the proportions that people were unhappy with though. Anyway, next drawing. Okay. I guess I thought this was not too spicy for YouTube, but you know, spicy enough to be a spicy drawing. This is Ritsuko from Evangelion. Yeah, I still like this drawing overall. I think things I would change now are the brush I use for the line, because it's very consistent. Like there's no variation in the weight of the line. I would definitely use a pen that has a bit more variety in the thickness. But as a line drawing, I still think it's pretty nice. Why did I draw this? Again, she's just hot. That's why I drew her. And that lab coat plus swimsuit look is just very good. Let's see, what would I change? I'm still very happy with like the shading on the lab coat. Like I mentioned before, well, not just the shading, just like the way it's like the folds and the wrinkles as well are like pretty fine. Like they're not bad. Like I said before, that's something I struggle with, and I feel like it looks pretty good. At the very least, like not weird enough that I can't get away with the mistakes. But yeah, what would I change? I think maybe this leg looks a bit stiff. Maybe I'd like add a bit of a more of a curved shape to it. It looks a bit stiff. I think I would slightly change the shape of the head more, like just mainly like this side. Like I would just change how that's shaped a bit. But other than that, it's still a very nice drawing. I do really like it. I was definitely referencing the show's style for this, and I feel like I matched it while also giving it a bit of my own style. But yeah, hot Ritsuko, looks good. So here we have Maud Flanders from The Simpsons, everyone's favourite character. I remember drawing this as I was binging The Simpsons. I didn't really grow up with The Simpsons actually. It was this weird thing of like, it's not that I wasn't allowed to watch it, I sort of didn't allow myself to watch it. I remember catching Simpsons on TV as a kid, and it was the episode where Principal Skinner and Bart's teacher, I forgot her name, but it's the episode where they were like forming a relationship, and I remember switching on The Simpsons, like, oh, I've heard of The Simpsons, let's check out The Simpsons, and it just happened to be the scene where they were like making out in the school cupboard, and I was like, oh, I guess this isn't a kid's show, I shouldn't be watching this, and I changed the channel, and I didn't really watch The Simpsons much ever again as a kid. I just decided like, oh, I shouldn't be watching this, I love that episode now that I have watched a lot of The Simpsons. That is probably one of my favorite episodes. It's a really good one. Yeah, I at this time was binging The Simpsons from the beginning up until the point where I got tired of it, and this drawing is referencing an episode from season 2, where the Simpsons have like a dinner party, and Maud shows up in a red dress, and she just looks so cute and hot. And I was just like, I have to draw her. She looks so good. I really like this drawing. I've drawn it in like a cool style. I don't usually draw The Simpsons, so it's quite cool to have like a drawing of something that I don't usually draw, but you can see my own take on it. I think I've drawn her really well. I've drawn her really cute, kind of like a shocked, surprised expression there, and an embarrassed, kind of bashful, maybe kind of upset expression here. A little tease for the future. This set me on a little path of drawing lots and lots of Mauds. So get ready to see her again a couple more times. This drawing is of Molly from Pokemon 3 the movie, which, fun fact, is one of my favorite movies. I had this VHS as a kid, and I would watch it over and over, it's a great movie. I really like how the villain of this movie is the imagination of a little girl. I just think that's so cool. I decided to draw Molly, both her child design and her adult design. I feel like with this drawing was definitely like an evolution in my art style. Haha, evolution, Pokemon. I was trying out new brushes, like this sort of gouache kind of brush, and I was trying out like airbrushing and like adding gradients and stuff. It was kind of an experimental drawing for me, like trying something new, and I felt like in some ways I did I do like what I was going for here. In other ways, not so much. I like the approach in some areas, like how it looks with the way I've colored it. Like the Pokeball looks good. I think like Molly's clothing in her child design looks nice. I think some of the colors are a bit too saturated. I think it looks a bit too much, particularly like the color I've chosen to shade Molly's skin, I think is a bit too bright orange for me. Also, the way I've drawn adult Molly's like coat, I guess, like is a bit too simplistic. I think I could have shaped it a bit more interestingly. I do like the expressions. I like how child Molly looks really fierce and scary and like full of hatred, but adult Molly looks very determined and confident. Yeah, not a bad drawing. There is stuff that I can see that I'm going for that is nice, but I can definitely see areas where which could be done better. But yeah, that's that one. I don't think there's anything else to say about it really. Yeah. Pokemon 3, the movie. This is Gum from Jet Set Radio. In the previous Gum drawing, that was from Jet Set Radio Future, but this is her outfit from the first Jet Set Radio game. Just a quick sketch, just kind of an experimental little thing. Cool pose, cool perspective going on. This would be actually cool to develop into a complete drawing one day, because I do like the pose. It's pretty fun. But yeah, nothing more to say about this other than just it's a cute little sketch. Another Ulala from Space Channel 5. This is actually really cute. Just a simple, quick doodle of her. Her face is really cute. Cute wink. And I added some what do you call this, chromatic aberration to the choo choo, and I feel like that works quite nicely. The pose is cute. Yeah, it's a nice little drawing. I feel like this would make like a nice sticker or something, maybe if I cleaned it up. But yeah, no problems with this. It's actually still very cute. I really like this drawing still. This is Morrigan from Darkstalkers. This drawing I am kind of in two minds about. I feel like it's almost there, but not. I don't love it. This was and still is my. This was the first time I drew Morrigan, and still the only time I've ever drawn her. I mean, there's things to like. I really like how I did the hair, like the lines and the highlights and the shape of the hair look very nice. The face, like, it looks cute. I think it could look cuter. There's something slightly off about it. I'm not sure what, but it's not bad. I like the proportions. She has very like chunky body, which is cute. I don't really like how I did the wings. I think the wings look very awkward. It is kind of like true to her design, like her wings do come out in this weird, like starting out in this thin way. But I don't know, the way I've drawn them doesn't look very natural. Also the colours I think are a bit too desaturated for my liking and don't really look very exciting. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of a mixed bag in my mind, I think. Next drawing. We got Stocking from Pantheon Stocking, dressed as a witch. I don't know why I thought of this, why I decided to make her into a witch. I guess I just thought that would be cute, and it is cute. I like how I did the shoes. The shape of the shoes is really cute and very in style with the show. Sorry, another sip of green tea. The hands are a little strange, like the way they're holding the broom doesn't really look very, I don't know, it doesn't work, I think. But everything else isn't bad. I think the eyes, maybe I would touch them up a bit more to make it look a bit more cute. Like it looks a bit too intense, I think, right now. But overall, this drawing is nice. I like it. It's just a simple, cute drawing. Okay, so this is Rei from Evangelion. Also a very quick drawing. I've noticed this year it has a lot of just like quick doodles, spontaneous kind of drawings without really thinking much. And this is another one of those. Just a very quick drawing without really neatening it up too much or focusing on the little details. Just kind of a quick sketch and see how it turns out. I mean, I like the pose. The pose is kind of cool. Fun fact, Rei's eyes are actually red, but I felt like the contrast with the red eyes and the black square just didn't look very eye-catching, and yellow looked just more, it just popped more, so I decided to go with yellow, even though she does not have yellow eyes. I mean, this drawing's kind of cool. I do kind of like this weird style that I went for. I was definitely experimenting with layer types again without knowing what they do with this drawing. It's an interesting experiment. It's very just spontaneous and not much thought gone into it, but it turned out kind of cool. I would love to draw Rei again. I like with a lot of drawings in this year, it was the only time I drew these characters. This is the only time I've drawn Rei. But I would love to draw her again. Especially because, coincidentally, this week I've been very into Evangelion. I have just been listening to a lot of the music while working, and I had Thrice Upon a Time, which is the 4th Evangelion Rebuild movie, on while working today, and I just love Rei in that movie. I think in the original series Misato is my favorite character, but I think in the Rebuild movies Rei is my favorite character. So yeah, I would love to draw her again. But yeah, pretty interesting, cool little experimental drawing. So this is Kai from Beyblade. Again, just a quick doodle of one of my favorite characters in Beyblade. I think colors could be a bit better. It's particularly the hair, like, looks very luminescent when I don't feel like it should. But the drawings themselves are pretty cool. Yeah, just simple, nice drawings of Kai. Yeah, nice expressions. This drawing is referencing the first episode where the second episode where he like knocks Carlos onto the floor, if you remember that part, for the Beyblade fans out there. And this drawing, I don't think this drawing is based on anything, but I was kind of imagining him during his evil phase when he has Black Dranza. But yeah, cute drawings. So this, I'm gonna go to the next one and see if it matches. Yes, it does match. Yeah. These two are, so here is where, do you remember back when I said I drew that, I did that drawing of the girl wearing the jacket, who I saw on the train? This is where it comes full circle. So, these are two of my OCs. This one is called Bam, and this one's called Wham. So when I drew that, I keep almost saying when I drew that drawing. When I did the drawing of the girl way back. What year was it? Was it 2018 or 19? Let's see. Oh god, do I have to look through the list? I think it was 2019. I'm not bothered to look through the list. Anyway, in 2019, when I did that drawing of that girl, I liked that design so much that I just started giving her more character in my head. Like what her personality is like, you know, what kind of story would she be a part of, and slowly by slowly, is that a phrase? Probably not. Progressively, she developed into this character. Obviously this character is very like sketchy and in a very in a pose where you can't really see too much of the similarities with that first drawing, but this is what she became, and I have a whole story planned out with these two characters, which I won't say in this video, but it's something that I'm not actively working on at the moment, but it is an idea at the back of my mind that would be really cool to develop into something at some point, like an animated series or a comic or something like that. But these two drawings are just a couple fun poses of them. I imagined them in the middle of a magical girl transformation sequence. I won't say too much more about it, but yeah, these are just kind of fun poses as they're like transforming. But yeah, that original drawing of the girl on the train became one of my OCs, which I would love to develop into a bigger idea one day. So yeah, this is Bam, and that's Wham, and they're both cute drawings still. The designs aren't final. I am still currently figuring out their designs exactly, but this is how they looked at the time. They won't. I think like once I have reached a final design for them both, they won't have strayed too far from kind of how they look with hair, but I think proportionally they will look a bit different. But yeah, next drawing. So this is Tyson, a matching drawing with the Kai. I don't know why this ended up here and the Kai ended up over there, but yeah, also a cute drawing. Tyson is my favorite character from Beyblade. Probably just one of my favorite characters ever as well. This is him like calling out Dragoon or something. This is just kind of a standard standing drawing. The proportions I made for him are quite fun. I remember I sent this into I posted this into my work chat at the workplace I was at the time when I did this drawing, and one of the people said that it looks a bit like Metabots, which I've never watched, but I really like the style and I like the proportions that they're drawn in, so that was a nice compliment. But yeah. Who of you expected Pocoyo to be up next? It's kind of random after everything that's come before it. This was during a Pocoyo phase. I was really into watching Pocoyo. I'm just gonna take another sip of my drink. Talking is hard, guys. But yeah, I was watching a lot of Pocoyo at this point. And if you've never watched Pocoyo, you should check it out. It's really, really charming. It's just a kid show, but the animation is so fun, and the humor is actually really funny. And the designs are all great. It's just a really, really cute, funny show. And Pocoyo, this little blue boy, he is just sometimes he's just pissed off so unnecessarily. And this elephant hair, what's her name? Like, is her name Luna? I forgot. I think it's Luna. She is just so innocent and cute, and yeah, I just imagine this as like a scene in the show. It has a narrator. It has Stephen Fry as the narrator. Fun fact. And he will like interact with the characters. So I imagine this drawing as a scene in the show being like, "Oh, what's wrong now, Pocoyo?" And Pocoyo just points to, no, her name's Ellie. That's right, not Luna. Her name's Ellie. And Pocoyo just points to Ellie like, burp, burp. Yeah, the show actually like is on a white background like this as well. So no need for backgrounds here. Like I draw any backgrounds anyway. But yeah, cute drawing. So this is Jinx from Teen Titans. This is actually a pretty cool drawing still. I haven't looked at this drawing in a long time. This pose is really fun. I like how it's like symmetrical, but her legs counter the symmetry of the rest of the drawing. Makes it feel quite dynamic. I mean, I wouldn't say I'm too attached to Jinx as a character, but I remember my first exposure to Teen Titans was through the Teen Titans Battle Blitz game, if you guys remember that. It was on Cartoon Network's website. And I just remember being like, I just remember finding that game and seeing Jinx and being like, that is such a cool design. Like, Jinx's design was the one I gravitated towards first, and I just remember thinking they look so cool. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Like, the design of this character is what caught my attention about that show. I did watch the show back in the day, but I haven't watched the whole thing, and I would like to revisit it one day and just watch the whole series. But what I watched of it, I really enjoyed, and Jinx's design is just really cool, and I feel like I drew her quite well. I'm still pretty happy with how this drawing turned out. Yeah. Whoa, that is a bright drawing compared to the last one. That like was really jarring to my eyes. But this is a screenshot redraw of Sonic X, of Amy trying out different outfits. I thought this shot was cute and decided to redraw it. I think it's overall a pretty cute drawing, but kind of like the previous Sonic drawing. I do stay very on model. I don't mean to, but it's like the urge. I have the urge to stay so on model, and I wish I could break out of that easier. But I mean, it's still nice. I think something that I have gotten better at is like line weight. I was definitely attempting some line weight stuff with the line art in this drawing, and it's kind of like I half committed, like it's there but doesn't do much, and also I don't really know where it should go. I can tell I'm putting it in places where I'm like, sure, let's put it there, but I don't really, even though I don't think it should be there. But I mean, it's cute. yeah, not much to say about it really. Time for 2022. Not many drawings in 2022. How many were there in 2021? Quite a bit more. Okay, 2022. First up, we have a drawing of Robin from One Piece in her time skip Fishman Island outfit. But still rocking the brown skin from pre-time skip. Yeah, I still like this drawing. It's got a cute expression. It doesn't really. One thing I'll say about this drawing, the face doesn't really capture Robin too much. Like her expression, particularly the way I drew her eyes, it doesn't really convey Robin's personality. She feels like more of a shy character here, where Robin is definitely not. I wouldn't describe her as shy. But I mean, it's still a cute drawing. I like the shapes going on. I like how I made the skirt like this straight kind of triangular shape. I think that's quite nice. I think yeah, like the shapes and the proportions going on are quite nice and kind of different. It's kind of going for something new here. But yeah, it's pretty nice. Simple drawing. The only thing I'd say is the face, even though it's drawn quite nicely, it doesn't really capture Robin's personality too much. But it's still cute. So this is Blaze from Sonic. And I still really like this drawing to this day. I think how I was saying with my previous Sonic drawings, how my personal style isn't coming out in the drawings. And I feel like I'm just copying like how I'm being very on model without my own style coming out. With this one, I feel like I have achieved the perfect balance. I'm obviously referencing the design and staying true to the design, but my style is very much coming out in this drawing. I feel like I achieved that very well here, which is rare for me with drawing Sonic characters. But yeah, like I said, I still really like this drawing. I went for a very thin line here, which is not very common for me. I feel like I find using thin lines very difficult, but I feel like I pulled it off here very well. I really like artwork which are just like a simple thin line, particularly like anime drawings. Just using this like thin line, I think it looks so good. But I find it very hard to pull off. But here I feel like I pulled it off very nicely. It works very well for this drawing. I really like the expression I achieved with Blaze. I feel like her personality is captured really well there, like a sort of like she's smiling and she's happy, but it's like a reserved smile. Like she's not a very outgoing character. It's like a reserved, relaxed, slightly shy kind of smile, which is very true to her personality. I like what I did with the hair. Like if you look at Blaze, if you look up the character, her hair is very the ponytail her hair is in is very three-dimensional looking, but I decided to just go for like a 3-spiked kind of flat shape, similar to Sonic's silhouette that he has, and I feel like it works really well. Yeah, this is just a really nice cute drawing. I'm still very happy with this drawing to this day. Yeah, so cute. Nami Swan. So this is Nami from One Piece. With this drawing, I'm like 90% happy with it. I think it's a very nice drawing, except for one issue I have with it. So as you can see, her arms, like, they're very like straight, like they're not, they're very like, the lines are very parallel and straight, but the legs they have like a curve to them. There's like a curve going on, and I really don't like how I've done the arms one way and the legs another way. I would love to go back to this drawing and fix the arms. I think, like, make the arms like a more curved shape like the legs are. But apart from that, I think it's a really cute drawing. I'm happy with everything else. It's simple, it's cute, the colors are very nice. The way her design is like stylized into this more cartoony style, I think I've done really well. I just wish that I sorted out those arms. Maybe I will one day, but yeah. It's kind of annoying too because I made prints of this drawing. But now that I want to change it, it's like, but yeah, I really like it still, just apart from that one thing I want to change. And I think the way I drew her smile is so cute, like giant grin. That's really, really cute. So this is Red from Pokemon. Let's see if the next drawing matches. It does, yay! So, these are two drawings I made specifically to be prints. I was tabling at an artist alley at a convention, and I specifically made these two prints, these two drawings to be made as prints for when I was tabling. I am gonna take a drink. So, I had a lot of artwork that I was able to make into prints, but I didn't have enough, so I had to make some more drawings to be made into prints, and these two were some of those drawings. I still really like these drawings, especially the girl one. The reason I made two was because in the original Pokemon game wait, no, that's not correct. Not in the original Pokemon game. In Pokemon Fire Red and Leaf Green, I can't remember if you can do this before that game. Maybe you could in Crystal, I don't remember, but anyway, typically at the beginning of a Pokemon game you can choose whether to be a boy or a girl. So I thought, oh, why don't I make two Pokemon prints, one of the boy and one of the girl. It's funny, my intention was like, oh, maybe some people don't want the boy one, maybe they'd rather have the girl trainer, or vice versa. But what ended up happening is a nice happy accident. When I was selling these prints at the con, people ended up buying both because they wanted them to match. So I ended up selling a lot of them together, which was very nice. But yeah, kind of similar to this Nami drawing, I was going for like a sort of current Western animation kind of style with these sort of tubey limbs, like the parallel lines and the tube-like shapes for the arms and fingers and stuff. It's not my usual style. I was definitely deliberately going for this style with these drawings, but I think it turned out really nicely, and they looked great as prints. So yeah, I'm still pretty happy with these both. This is a drawing of Chun-Li. She is doing her taunt, I believe, from Street Fighter 3 Third Strike. It's funny, she's meant to be yawning, right? But it kind of looks like her fingers are smelly. But she's meant to be yawning. But anyway, cute drawing, cute proportions. Again, with this sort of like tubey arm style. I guess I was into that quite a bit at this time. I don't think this was... Oh, I know why I drew this. It was Chun-Li's birthday, and I did this drawing. But it ended up making a nice print as well, so I made it into prints. But yeah, cute, fun expression. Yeah, not a bad drawing. I think the only thing I'd change is the way the spikes look on her wrist thingies just look a bit like empty. It looks a bit, I don't know. Yeah, not like... It looks, the way they're spaced out look a bit strange. But other than that, nice drawing. So this is a drawing of Tifa from Final Fantasy VII. I think this drawing was just for fun. I think I was trying to challenge myself to make, to draw Tifa in like a very simple cartoony style. And I feel like I achieved it pretty well. I'm not too happy with the colors, particularly like how they look along with the purple background. I don't think fits very nicely. It's a bit too in your face, but the drawing is nice. I actually really do like the drawing. I think the way I stylized her is really cute and nice. So as a drawing, still really like it. Colors, don't like so much. So this next drawing is an interesting one, because this is fan art, but of a show that I worked on. If you don't know, I am an animator, and this is fan art of the show Dead End Paranormal Park, which you can watch on Netflix. If you haven't, you should. It's really good. This is what was the context behind why I did this drawing? Someone while I was working on this show organized like a fun drawing prompt for us to do. I can't remember the prompt exactly, but there was like a theme, and they were like, oh, just let's all do drawings for this theme, and just like make a, you know, like a zine out of it or something. And this was my submission. These are two characters from Dead End. This is Norma and this is Bardia, and Norma has a crush on Bardia, and it's Bardia asking what Norma thinks of her outfit, and she is just enamored by how she looks. Both these characters are two of my top favorite characters from the show. Norma's my favorite, and Bardia is definitely my second favorite. But yeah, cute drawing of a show that I worked on and genuinely love. It's one of my favorite shows, even though I worked on it. And if you haven't watched it, you should, because it's great. But yeah. She's back, and spicier than ever. It's Maud Flanders, again. So, why did I draw Maud again? Apart from that drawing of Maud that I did in the red dress, I had drawn her another time as well as that, but I deleted that drawing, unfortunately. But point is, I drew Maud more than once, and it caught the attention of some friends who were like, why do you keep drawing Maud? Like, out of every Simpsons character, why Maud? One of my friends actually was like, I actually forgot that Maud existed until I saw your drawings of Maud, which I found really funny. And that kind of set me on this path of, maybe I should be the Maud artist. Let's just draw loads of Mauds and be known as the guy who draws Maud all the time. So that is why you're seeing Maud again. I mean, I initially drew her because I thought she was just really cute. But then I was like, I can make this into a thing. So here's Maud again, in some sexy nightwear demon kind of thing, which is in a later episode of The Simpsons that I haven't watched. This is like way later. I don't even know the context of it. I think like Flanders is being like haunted by like a demon Maud. I don't even know. But anyway, she's wearing this in the episode, and I was like, I'll draw this for Halloween. So yeah, that's what this is. And yeah, I think I drew her pretty cute. I mean, not much else to say about it. Nice line work, cute pose. Yeah, Maud. This is a drawing of Dawn from Pokemon. I love Dawn. Fun fact, when I was a kid, or I guess a young teen, I had a big crush on Dawn. I love her design. I think out of all the Ken Sugimori like main trainer designs in the games, Dawn, well, yeah, I guess she is called Dawn in the game as well, right? Or Hikari, whatever you want to call her. Her design is one of my top favorites. I love her beanie and her long scarf and her black and pink dress and her big boots. It's such a cute, cool design. The perfect mix of cool and cute. If you know me, that is like what appeals to me most in designs. The midway point between cool and cute. That's like the perfect sweet spot for me in designs that I like. Yeah, I love Dawn's design. I mean, I don't think there was much thought about why I did this drawing. I think it was just, let's just draw Dawn. I eventually made this into a sticker, and I actually ended up making a really nice sticker. I don't think I have any of them left. Maybe I do, but yeah, I sold a lot of these when I was tabling and selling these as stickers. But yeah, it's a nice drawing. I think the colors, you know, I was gonna say the colors are too saturated, but I actually quite like the colors. I haven't looked at this drawing in a long time, and I think the colors are really nice. Yeah, still really, yeah, I'm happy with this drawing. I don't think there's anything negative I have to say about it. Yeah, well done me. So this drawing is another drawing that I did specifically to be made into a print. So this is Naruto and Tsunade, and it's Tsunade secretly stealing Naruto's wallet and saying, well, I imagine her saying that, oh, I'm going to treat you to ramen, and Naruto's like, yay, ramen, but she's going to be using his own money because she's got his wallet. I mean, yeah, it's an alright drawing. I think this drawing looks, for some reason, a lot better to me as a print. Like, I when I look at this drawing digitally, I'm like, yeah, it's not bad. But then when I look at the print, I'm like, damn, this is a really nice drawing. I don't know why that is. Maybe it looks more like official when it's a print, but yeah, it's a pretty cool drawing. I I don't think I have much to say when it comes to like what I'd change, but I think there's just subtle things maybe that I've gotten better at since I drew this, but it's pretty nice still. I think the tone and the colors are nice. It's very like kind of a calm green kind of vibe, and just the context of it is cute. Like the story going on in the drawing is quite cute. Yeah, not bad. Oh my god, it's Maud dressed as April O'Neil? What? Yeah, I don't even know. I genuinely think the thought going in my head was Maud has poofy brown hair and April from the Ninja Turtles has poofy brown hair. Let's draw Maud dressed as April. And so this happened. I think this is a really nice drawing actually. I think I drew her quite nicely. Her expression's really cute. Kind of like worried / scared. And this sort of creeping around pose is cute as well. Yeah, no one asked for this, but you got it anyway. Yeah, still on my Maud phase. And I think this is the last drawing that I ever did of Maud. It became too much of a thing of like forcing myself to keep up this Maud thing, and no longer became it no longer was a thing that I was doing because I wanted to do. It just became a thing of like, well, I've got to do another Maud drawing, and I got sick of it, so this was the last one I did, but it's still a nice one. It was a pretty fun drawing, from what I remember, and yeah, it turned out cute. So yeah, Maud died in the show, and she also died in my history of drawing, so bye Maud. Next we have a drawing of Superman, very quick sketch, simple drawing, but I'm still happy with this. I really like how I've drawn his face. He looks so cute, and very handsome. Yeah, just a simple, nice drawing of Superman. Not much to say about it really, but he's so cute. Next, here we have Dark Magician Girl from Yu-Gi-Oh! Another drawing that I specifically made to be a print. This drawing I am kind of like, I don't love it. Like, it's okay. I think the proportions and like the perspective going on could be better. I think there's I've said it a lot in this video, there's a lot I do differently now. Just like maybe the shape of like the legs, or how I draw the eyes, or I don't know, the way it's colored as well, possibly, I'm not sure. There's a lot of like subtle stuff in this drawing that I can't really pinpoint that I feel like I would do differently now. I mean, yeah, I don't really know what to say about this one. It's a drawing. Oh, and I think that's it. I think that's it for 2020, what was it? 2022. 2 more years left. We are catching up. Okay. 2023. What have we got first? a sketch of Robin from One Piece. This outfit is, what was it? I think it's from, it's from a short before one of the films, and I can't remember which one. I think it's before Film Gold. There was like a short before Film Gold. Or was it a TV special? Set before Film Gold, something like that. But yeah, I think I referenced like an actual model photo for this drawing. It was just this drawing, I think, was just kind of like a study, and it ended up becoming Robin. But yeah, it's alright. Hey, this is a drawing of me. Just a quick little doodle of a cute anime version of me. I think I was playing Pokemon at the time, maybe Heart Gold, I'm not sure. So it's me with a DS, grinding. You know what, it definitely was Heart Gold, because Heart Gold, there's a lot of grinding in that game. But yeah, just cute expressions. Nice little interpretation of myself. Oh, this is a cute drawing. Just a quick, kind of simple drawing of a girl in a swimsuit. This drawing, I don't think I was directly referencing his drawing, but he just happens to be one of my biggest drawing inspirations to this day. Currently, probably my biggest drawing inspiration is Sushio. If you know Sushio, I feel like you probably can tell, you can see the influence of him in this drawing. Even though I wasn't referencing him, it just turned out that way. I love his drawing, and this is very reminiscent of like how he draws. It just happened to turn out like that, which is pretty cool. Yeah, just a cute bikini girl that I was happy with. Yeah, cute pose, fun kind of flowy style, reminiscent of Sushio. Yeah, I feel like my drawings going forward from this point might have a lot of Sushio influence in them, but I'm not sure. We'll see. I mean, I still directly reference him to this day and study his work to this day, but I wouldn't be surprised if there are aspects of his style in drawings going forward from this point on. But yeah, next drawing. Okay. I think this has a matching drawing. Let's see if it's next to it. It is. So cute little wink. Ding. I drew this after the Scott Pilgrim anime came out. This drawing wasn't directly like I wasn't referencing Ramona when doing this drawing. I think I was just I just had the style of it in my head, and I was drawing kind of something similar. But I mean, it definitely is Ramona, but I wasn't like trying to draw her exactly with this drawing. It was more of a exploration of the style while giving the character her hair. But I love that show. I love the style of it. The style and the animation of that show inspired me so much that I had to do a quick doodle reminiscent of the style. And yeah, I was pretty happy with it. It's a cute drawing. I like these sort of reddish patches I gave on her skin that really brings out some life. Yeah, it's a nice expression and a cute wink to go with it. This is just a little doodle of Luffy. I think I was watching a video about color, and this drawing was an experiment adapting what I had learned from that video. Yeah, not much more to say about it. The colors look alright. But yeah, it's a cute little drawing. Here is another drawing of me in a bit more of a realistic anime style, but not too realistic. Still got some cartooniness in there. I still really like this drawing. I like how I've adapted myself into this style. I like the kind of calm, relaxed look that I've given myself. I like how I've drawn my hair. Yeah, pretty cool self-portrait. I like this one. I remember trying to color it and it just didn't. I couldn't get the colors right, so I just thought I'd leave it as a line drawing in it, and it still looks nice. I like it as a line drawing. Yeah. Okay, but another spicy drawing. So this is of course Ramona from Scott Pilgrim. And this one is directly referencing the style of the show and Ramona's design very closely when drawing this. A little play on the events of the story in the show and the movie. Scott walks in on her changing and she's like, "Dude, I'm changing." But I did a little drawing of saying, "Dude, I finished changing," in like a lingerie. Yeah, I like this drawing. I think the weight distribution's a bit strange. Like it's hard to tell where her weight is sitting. I think that's the biggest problem with this drawing. Like it should be sitting on this foot, which is planted on the ground, unlike this foot. But it looks like her weight is more on this side, so it looks a bit strange. But other than that, it's a pretty nice drawing. I think I made her face really cute. And I like how there's not really any shading going on, just a bit of black shadow on her hair and some a gradient on the going from the bottom, and that's kind of all that was needed, and it looks nice. So yeah. So this is a drawing of Velma from Scooby-Doo. I was specifically referencing, well, I wasn't referencing it, actually no, yeah I was, but I was referencing it, but not really trying to I was referencing the Scooby-Doo live action movie for this drawing, the Velma in the movie, but I wasn't trying to like draw that actress exactly. I was just looking at the way she looked in that movie and just drawing her in my own style, or whatever style came to me. Really, I wasn't really going for a specific style. I was just drawing. I was just kind of going with the flow and seeing how it turned out, and it turned out quite nicely. I think some things that I would change are her hands. They maybe look a bit big. Maybe not big, but maybe the shape of them I'd change. I think I'd change the ears. The ears are a bit like, I think I'd just make them a different shape. But apart from that, I think I'm really happy with this drawing. It did insanely well on Twitter. I couldn't believe it. The last time I checked, it got over like 40,000 likes, which was crazy to me. I've never had a drawing blow up that much. I guess people really like Velma from Scooby-Doo. Who would have thunk? But yeah, this is a nice drawing. I think the expression's really cute, the pose is fun. Yeah. I don't know what else to say. Actually, I really like the colors as well. Yeah, the coloring's good. The line work is nice. Yeah, cute drawing. Would change a couple things, but overall, very nice. This is a drawing of Robin again from One Piece. This time in her Thriller Bark outfit. One of her best outfits. This purple dress is so cute and so cool and just looks so good on her. Yeah, just adapted her design into this cute kind of chibi cartoony sort of style, and I think it looks very nice. I like the pose. The expression is nice. I like the thick outline. Yeah, this drawing is really nice. I'm really happy with this drawing still. No issues really. I don't think I'd change anything. I think if I were to say something, maybe I would slightly change the angle of this hand. But apart from that, I still think this drawing is very nice. I don't really have any issues with it. This is a sketch of Riju from specifically Tears of the Kingdom. In Breath of the Wild, she has long hair, and she got a haircut in Tears of the Kingdom, and it just looks so good. This is a bit of a kind of intimate, like romantic-y kind of drawing. I imagined her just kind of like flirting with you on her bed or something like that. Yeah, you know what? I would like to clean up this drawing. I haven't gone back to this drawing since I sketched it, and it's a really nice sketch, I think. Yeah, I should definitely clean this up and color it at some point. I am happy with how it looks so far. I remember her crown being taking very long to draw because it's just so symmetrical and specific. And the way it like sits on her head is very confusing. I still don't really understand how it sits there, but I remember referencing a lot of drawings and just sort of being like, okay, I'll just draw it like this. But yeah, I really like her expression. It's very like flirty. But yeah, she looked good in that game. And she also had a nice character development. In the first game, I felt like she was quite childish. But in the second game, she became like a badass. And I was like, damn, I think I like Riju. But yeah. This is a sketch of Luffy. Just a pretty simple line drawing of him eating a banana. Pretty nice, I think. I would change the way his what do you call this, sash that goes around his waist. I think I changed how that's sitting because it looks a bit too unaffected by the things it's interacting with. But apart from that, it's a cute drawing. Yeah, Nice little monkey boy. Another drawing of Robin from One Piece. Can you tell I like Robin? This outfit is from Punk Hazard. This drawing is really nice. I feel like she looks really elegant and pretty in this drawing. I feel like I captured her really well here. Her very like relaxed vibes are coming through in this drawing. And I like the soft lines that I've used for it. It looks very pleasing. Yeah, not much to say about this one. It's a very pretty drawing. Here is a drawing of, spoilers, but I mean, who are we kidding? Everyone knows about it. Gear 5 Luffy. I think this was before it was in the anime. This was, I think, when it was still in the manga. At least I'm pretty sure. But yep, I was there when Gear 5 dropped in the manga, and it was amazing, and all I could do was wait for when that episode would drop in the anime, and it was awesome. But yeah, Gear 5 Luffy, I feel like I've drawn him quite well in kind of a chibi style. Yeah, the lines are nice. Not much to say about this one. Still pretty happy with it. It's a nice little drawing. Here we have a drawing of Nami from One Piece. This outfit is from I don't exactly know, like, so there's a clip on that I've seen on YouTube of them of the Straw Hats having fun putting on a fashion show, and so they're all got, you know, fun different outfits that they're doing like a catwalk wearing, and this is Nami's outfit that she had. I don't know where it's from though, like I don't know if it's part of like a movie or like a TV special or what, but I really like this outfit, and her hair is also really cute, tied up like that, and I just felt like drawing it, and I'm really happy with it. I really like the proportions, and the cute winky expression. I really like drawing characters winking. I feel like it's really cute and appealing. Yeah, I think I did start to clean up this drawing, but I didn't get around to finishing it, but maybe one day. But yeah, I like this drawing. This is another drawing of Robin, surprise surprise, from One Piece. This outfit is from the end of the movie Strong World, which is one of my favorite Robin outfits. And for the style of this drawing, I was actually inspired by Persona 5 Tactica. I was playing that at the time, and I just loved the style that game was going for. Kind of like chibi, but also really cool and stylish looking. Yeah, I was sort of going for like similar proportions, and I feel like I achieved it quite well. It looks really good. I really like this drawing still. I don't think I have any problems with it. The colors are really nice. The style I've drawn her in is nice. The expression is perfect to Robin, like that relaxed, calm look. Yeah. I still very much like this drawing. Oh, and I think that's it for, what was it, 2023. We're on to the final year, the present year, 2024. How many drawings have we done in 2024 so far? 5 drawings. Alright, let's see what they are. It's Makoto from Persona 5. My favorite character from Persona 5. And honestly, one of my favorite characters ever. I love Makoto. This is her outfit. This is her dance outfit that she has in Persona 5. I don't think it's from anything else. They just designed some fun dance outfits for the characters, and this is her one that they gave her. And I love this outfit. It's like cool and kind of gothic and kind of street. I pretty much gave her this outfit throughout the entire game because I just loved it so much. So I had to draw it. I think this is probably one of the drawings I'm most proud of at the moment. I think this is one of my best drawings. Just the line work, the coloring, the drawing itself, the style, the expression, just a lot of things about it I'm still very happy with. I think it's maybe one of the most impressive drawings that I've done. I feel like a lot of my skill is on demonstration with this drawing, and it feels really good that it happens to be one of my favorite characters that I have drawn for this one. I feel like I've done like the complicated stuff pretty well, like the star patterns going on her top, and like the laces on her shoes, and the text going on around her skirt. Like all the little complicated details are done well. Yeah, she just, I made her look really cute, so yeah, very happy with that one. Boo! So this doodle is from when I was binging Dragon Ball Z. After Akira Toriyama unfortunately passed away this year, I got in the mood to just consume everything that he's been a part of, and I'm still kind of in that mood now. So at this point I was just binging through all of Dragon Ball Z. I did grow up with Dragon Ball Z, but I hadn't watched the entire thing, and I had just put it off for ages. And this year I was finally like, you know what, I'm gonna finish everything that I never got around to watching from Dragon Ball Z. And the main chunk of that I hadn't watched was the Buu Saga. I really liked Majin Buu. I think it was a big downgrade when the main villain became Kid Buu. But Majin Buu was really interesting. This kind of like baby who had just been born that knows nothing except for killing and doesn't even understand that it's like a bad thing. So it's like this weird thing tonally of like, he's a baby and he's like, yay, we're chocolate candy, but he's also like killing everybody. It's really like interesting tonally, I felt. And his arc as well of like becoming a good person, like making friends with that little blind boy who wasn't afraid of him, and making friends with the little puppy, and of course his friendship with Mr. Satan is so adorable. Anyway, yeah, Majin Buu is so cute, so I had to draw him, and I feel like I captured him quite well. I love his proportions. He's just like a big egg with like muscly arms. It's just such a fun design, like a big pink egg with a superhero cape. It's so silly, but it's so adorable. But yeah, I like this drawing. It's nice, it's cute. I feel like I captioned him well. Another Dragon Ball Z drawing of Piccolo, one of my top 5 favorite characters. I think he might be, I think he might be my second favorite character. Gohan is my favorite, but Piccolo is probably second. Ever since I was a kid, I loved his design, but I've never drawn him until this drawing here. Yeah, it's not bad. I think maybe the cape could be a bit more interesting. I made it quite flat looking, but I guess it isn't a problem. I think it still looks fine. I think I captured his grumpy look quite well. Yeah, I mean, not bad. Pretty cute drawing. And here we have Luffy, specifically in his getup from the Wano arc. I think this drawing ended up alright. I like the colors. I think the line work itself is good, like the drawing's good. I'm not really sure what, but I feel like something is missing from it, and I don't know what. I don't know what exactly. Maybe it's the lack of the background, and it feels like it should be set in a scene of some kind, like a location. But I really don't like drawing backgrounds. I wish I did. I wish I just enjoyed them because then they would be in my drawings, which they aren't. Yeah, it's like, it's not a bad drawing, but there is something about it when I look at it where I feel like something is missing here, something is lacking, and I can't fully pinpoint what it is. But if we're taking the drawing as the drawing itself, I think it's not bad. I think it's alright. I'm kind of like, I feel like it is kind of common for me to quickly dislike a drawing that I've completed. Like after the more time spent away from it, the more the less I become attached to it, and the more I start to dislike it. So I feel like most of my drawings that does happen to, and it has slightly started to happen with this one. I think I'm sort of at the stage where I feel kind of indifferent towards it. I don't love it, I don't dislike it, it's just like, yeah, it's fine. Yeah. I don't think it's bad, but I don't know, I feel like there could be something, it needs something more about it. It needs something more added to it, and I'm not sure what that thing is, but yeah, it's an alright drawing. And here we have, I think, the last drawing in this video. So this drawing is of Candace and Vanessa from the show Phineas and Ferb, and it is of them dressed up as Nami and Robin from One Piece. Pretty weird crossover, but I mean, I don't know what to say really. It came to mind. Candace has orange hair, Nami has orange hair. Vanessa is kind of gothy and has dark hair, and that gives me Robin vibes, so maybe I should draw a crossover, and that's what I did. It didn't feel very original in my mind, but one of my friends, when I told them the idea, they were like, no, that is a really original idea, you should definitely do that. And I guess it is, because I don't think I have seen another example of this. It is pretty it is a pretty weird, unexpected crossover to do. It was kind of funny actually when I posted this drawing to Twitter. It did very well actually. It got quite a bit of attention, but there were a lot of comments that were so confused about this drawing. Several comments were like, why does Vanessa have 3 hands? Like, why does she have an extra hand? What's going on there? They just didn't understand what I was referencing, so that was quite funny. Yeah, I liked how this drawing came out. I like how it's obviously referencing the style of Phineas and Ferb, but the way the line work is done, I feel like my style comes out in the line work. Yeah, the colors are pretty nice. It's quite a warm, fiery color palette. Yeah, it's a fun idea, and I feel like I pulled it off quite well. Yeah, I don't know what else to say about this one. I am happy with it, and I think this might be the last drawing. Yep, that is the last one. So far, that is the final. That is my latest drawing. At the moment. But yeah, I'm not really sure how to end this, but thank you everyone for watching. I hope this was fun and relaxing, and I hope you guys keep creating. Let's keep drawing, and let's all improve our skills and have fun, and let's see where our drawings go from here. Hopefully up. I mean, why wouldn't they go up? They don't want. Fuck. Bye.